So, good morning. Here we are again. I did not think that I would be doing this again. And not very many of you watched the first one. It is, we got to start the workout. Oh yeah. 4:15 in the morning. 55 degrees here in beautiful South Florida. I'm tired. What do we want to talk about today? I want to talk about zipping up this damn sweatshirt, maybe putting this hood on. Wow. It is cold. Let's see. Yesterday was a rough day. I looked at the year and what was ahead of me, and I couldn't really connect what I want to growth. And it put me in a little bit of a panic. So how did I snap out of it? Well, one, I didn't, because here I am. But what I did do, I went back to a shoot from 2014 that I loved, and I browsed through the images and discovered exactly what I thought. That not only were there images that I never would have considered to edit, but my edits sucked. I don't even think I was using Photoshop, just Lightroom, color corrections and fake skin correction. Anyway, I put a few hours into that. Felt good. It's a little too early in 2024 to start hard selling people. Oh, I see how those lights are popping. That's because I put the black mist filter on this thing today. Thought maybe that, well, it's fucking 4, so it's not going to get bright at all by the time we're done. Next time. In fact, you know what? I'm going to switch it right now because it makes no fucking sense, and it's that easy. Take this little bit, baby, off. Hold on. Snap that in the case. Did that work? It did. Sort of. I don't want to lose it. Yep. Yeah, that doesn't really go in there as nice as this. There it is. Let me take that. The wide angle is missing again. Oh, that's great. Yeah. I hope I left it at home. Unless, no, here, it's in my pocket. That's crazy. All right, so this wide angle lens, now I know why. We lost it once. Okay. Good morning. Welcome. Yeah, I don't know. First work day of the year. Do you think people want to be bothered with sales? Do you think opportunities through networking that popped up towards the end of the year need to be followed up with immediately? I don't know. I mean, I feel like anything thrown at me, any opportunity I get, I'm going to work my ass off and do something better than I did the day before. So I'm not worried about that. I'm just still learning how to deal with people. The one part of this that I don't want. Oh yeah, so that's where I am right now. I had a revelation. I don't know if it's a revelation. I don't want to do any of this social media stuff. I don't mind talking to the camera. A lot of you don't know me, but I had over 200 hours of a podcast that I had no problem opening my mouth and everybody pointing at me, so to speak. For some reason, as a photographer, while I want you to see my work, I feel like a real douchebag when I promote it and speak about it in terms of me. It's weird. Weird how the brain and the creative brain are different. I don't know. But yeah, that's something very strange for me. It doesn't feel right. When I do a shoot to promote it, I mean, I kind of know some of what you're supposed to do. I don't have a lot of practice with it, but, you're shooting behind the scenes. You're possibly talking and or your subjects or coworkers or have recording voice that goes into this piece of video content. So yeah, my epiphany is that I think I'm going to try, or I am trying. We'll see what it will potentially cost me. But why not see if you can invest some money into somebody young? It doesn't have to be full time. It could be 2 days a week. That's what I'm thinking to start. One on a shoot, one on a studio day, or rather a sit home and edit day. So, I mean, while I'm scheduling out more than one shoot a week all year, I did last year. It doesn't always work out to be one. Sometimes it's 4 a week and then none for 2 weeks, or 4, 1, 1, or whatever, but it averages to about 2 shoots a week. Why not see if you can find somebody who's young and keyed into this aspect of creation? Pay them, because there is value to this. Perhaps even somebody who's learning still photography. And for me, I get an opportunity. Yeah, I got shy again. Somebody walking past. For me, I get TikToks. It sounds so fucking stupid, but I get it. I want more than TikToks. I actually want YouTube videos. I have the gear to do it. It's funny. I would say better because, in a little bit of arrogance, I want to be a filmmaker, not a videographer. I will spend time color grading this one. I'm learning that process right now. Yeah, I really don't have anything to say today. I just woke up feeling like this is a habit that might be beneficial. It might inspire me to create more and different kinds of videos. And I did. Last year, when I was laid up after my elbow surgery, I finally relented. I mean, I've been doing this 10 years. I picked up my camera on a whim. There was some magic there. Enough magic where even the people that I work with in my office started using my time for creative pursuits. People in my office started reaching out to me. After I had left and hiring me, flying me back to New York. I don't know where that relationship went. Oh yeah, she left the company, and you know, when those buyers change, they bring their own people with them. I should probably dig back in there this year. Put that on my list. Let's do that right now. Siri, remind me when I get back home to reach out to my Ogilvy contacts about photography jobs. Done. Where was I? Yeah, video, film. So, yeah, I mean, I knew that when I got this surgery that I was going to have, I thought it was going to be 10 to 12 weeks. It turned out to be 6 till I could get back to work. I'm still rehabbing a little bit here and there, but I have always maintained, and even now that I have all the equipment, I still maintain that photography is a completely different art than videography and filmography. I don't know anybody who does both of them well, extremely well. I'm sure those people exist. There are superhumans among us. But it's a completely different way of telling a story. Especially the stories that I am already being offered, which are mostly for music events, which is not really where I want to be. But I like it. I do. I like the people in small doses. I like music. Okay, here's that beautiful vista. You probably can't see it because of the way the light is. That's something we'll have to figure out, right? Now that I'm a filmmaker. Yeah, there's a big difference in the way the stories are told. Now, what I really still fail to understand is, other than algorithmically, why video has become so much more inherently, well, not inherently, but the perceived value of video is significantly higher at my level. I want to get past this level, which is part of the reason I'm looking to hire somebody to do this for me. But yeah, I still don't understand it. I am so willing to take a bet. If you want to make this bet with me, you know how to find me. In 5 years from now, people will care more about the photo you took today than the video you took today. If all other things are equal. Meaning, you can't make the next Goodfellas take an iPhone shot and say one of them, and you get what I'm saying. Guarantee you. I would even go as far, to say 1 year. Video and the things people are putting out, it's to show what happened right now. Some of these videos have style. They do. But I will admit, lost me here. Let's see. I will admit, you've seen one, you kind of seen them all. And by the way, that is not at all an indictment of all that it takes to make one, because I can't fucking make one. I'm standing here with my Osmo Pocket 3 and my microphone, and because I walk about 45 minutes, this video will automatically cut into 2 pieces, which requires me to then use DaVinci Resolve to stitch those pieces together. And since we're doing that, why not throw a color grade on there? Just to learn a bit more about doing this kind of stuff. I will admit, this is a much better shot than this, but I'm still exercising, and I don't want to hold that arm all the way out. Plus, I'm old and my arms are crippled. For real. One surgery here, another one coming up here pretty soon. Gosh, getting old sucks. So, talking about content. When I was laid up, what did I do? Started to think about how I could make more money when I got back to life, which is hyper important. Of course it is. Without money, we cannot continue to make the things that we like. I am fortunate enough that I can pay my bills and save a little bit of money. And even after this year, realize that I could have spent more money on a little bit of pleasure on myself, on going out which I did not do. I mean, that's only bad for the soul, not for the pocketbook. But taking those jobs that you don't want, well, they're all fun, but the ones that aren't sexy, the ones that you don't put on your Insta, if you're trying to maintain a certain vibe, the corporate stuff, which is, I've always loved doing it. It's always the kind of thing where you think it's going to be incredibly boring, and then you're there, and you meet great people, and you see these companies and how they have and maintain wonderful teams, and it does make me reminisce about my old corporate days. There was some fun. I'm all over the place today. Yeah, filmmaking is a completely different way of telling a story. At least for me. I mean, I'm fucking stubborn. While I'm surely trying to learn and figure out how to do new things all the time, I don't really try stuff until I feel like it's mine, if that makes sense. I'm an Aries. I hope this talk isn't boring. Might be boring me. I'm just talking for the sake of talking. Oh yeah, I said it just felt like doing this again was the way to go. Do I care if you watch it? The first one got like 50 views. I don't know. Oh, I lost my centering. So you're looking at my chest. Hold on here. I need to learn how to better use this. Okay. Yeah, the first one got like 50 views in 3 days. I mean, on YouTube, without doing anything to promote it, one Facebook post, one Instagram post, and one of those silly Mr. Beast inspired thumbnails with a bullshit title to try and get you to click through and watch. Learning experience, right? Oh, look, that other lens filter. No, it's still there. I'm gonna keep doing this. I mean, if people start watching it or leaving comments and giving me things to talk about, I'm good. Because I have things to talk about. And I can talk about myself, but I would rather not. I think it's abundantly clear that I might not be all there. But then again, I chose a creative profession, right? At the height of my corporate career, I chose to make no money and live a life of what's next until the day I die, which might be quicker because of this. Film, video, photo. Yeah. I also feel like, at least at the point that I'm at right now, any video that I make with me is going to be more for creators than it is for anybody else. Maybe that's a topic worth talking about. I'm no expert, but subject matter. I feel like when I click on YouTube, all I see is how to do this, how to do that, how to do this, review of this new device that you need to buy, unboxing of this device that you need to buy. And there's a lot of good information in there. And if it weren't for those dudes, I wouldn't have this camera. I wouldn't have bought the Blackmagic that's still sitting in my studio and has yet to be used for anything other than the training class and shooting videos of my Fade Rouse Dune Funko Pop. I'm very proud of that series of words. But I do enjoy quite a few of those guys' stuff. How did I get started? Well, I got started with Jared Polin. I didn't like Jared at first. Thought he was an arrogant prick. And then I watched. And I watched. And I realized he's not an arrogant prick. He's a Jew from the Northeast. Guess what? I'm a Jew from the Northeast. A little bit cynical. Good at what he does. Confident enough to tell people about what he does and share his opinions. And funny as hell. But not for everybody. But it took me a little while to see that. Once I did, I'm definitely in the Fro army. Still enjoy watching that stuff. I don't really, his educational stuff isn't there. I like that he's doing the review videos, but they're few and far between. But yeah, I just like watching him talk. I listen to the podcast. I like his ability to condense a lot of information into a shorter format. And yeah. Jared's cool. And then they start feeding me everything else. I can't really say I have any other favorites now. I just go by the titles. But since we're talking about photography YouTubers, I was late to the McKinnon thing. And I finally broke down and watched one after purposefully not clicking them. And I gotta say, the dude is charming. It's really hard to get a feel for what the hell is going on there. And I imagine in the, decade or more of his success, he's probably got, you see it, at least one, but I would imagine more of a team of incredible people working around and for him that allows him to just create and be charming. And this is where I think I have a problem. I can be charming, but I don't want to fucking be charming. I'm a nice person who's angry at the world, and typically you won't see that. I'll just deal with it myself at home. I just, yeah. So, oh yeah, so, like, we're all over the place. So I put up a post asking to, I should have wrote help wanted, but I wrote it in such a way that I'm hiring. I didn't say I'm hiring either. Fuck it. So much for A/B testing. I had this idea before I went to bed, threw like $50 into it on social ads. Maybe we'll see. We'll see if I get any responses. But yeah, looking to hire somebody a day or two a week that, I mean, I'm going to pay this person. I can't imagine being asked to do a creative job for free. I'm going to pay this person. The idea is I'll pay you an hourly, and we can devise a system not too difficult to do in this day and age where any content that you've created and published on my behalf that leads to a sale, you get a percentage of the sale. I think that's a good way of doing it. Saves me a little bit of money up front, incentivizes somebody who works with me. And then the third value prop is mutual learning. I would imagine a lot of these phone creators, TikTokers, reel makers aren't super proficient with professional gear, still photography, and the science behind it. I have that to offer. So we'll see. But that's what I really think I need. Is it a cop-out? Is it me not wanting to do that? Oh, look. We're like looking at my chest. Come on. This Osmo is cool, but if you're not looking at it, yeah. And I don't want to look at myself for this one at least. See, already lost me. Yeah. So I don't know what this is. This is just the second video that I don't think I've said anything in this video. Did I say anything in the first one? I'll tell you what, this walk is easier when you're talking. I don't know what the hell made me get up at 4 o'clock today. I went to bed early. But I want to figure this out, man. I like creating. I think my work is pretty good. It has so much more to grow. I love photography because the growth never stops. The learning never stops. Light and subjects are ever changing. There's never a deficit of things to create. And then, I don't know. I imagine a future in a world where Stuart is making money off of YouTube, and it's like, I don't want to say requires a little effort because that's bullshit. It requires a maximum effort. But I see some of these guys putting out videos once they've built a community, and a lot of them are phoning it in. I mean, think about it. If you can get 250,000 people to watch you talk about some bullshit that may or may not, yeah, I don't want to belittle it. But like I said, at some point, a lot of these guys are on autopilot. Not enough women, by the way. I have found a few recently, and their content is equally as good and sometimes better than what you fellas are putting out. But yeah, it's the same thing. And it helps us, but it also fills us with insecurity. You know, come to think of that, we talk about fake filters and Instagram models and how all of that stuff has made many people in the world insecure, inspired them to AI enhance themselves and put it off as real. All of that. What about what this does to us? What about all the filmmaker content, all the photographer content? Where, I'm sorry, fellas, most of y'all stuff is trash. And yet, the illusion is that you are a working, successful photographer. I don't see it. I don't see it. There's a couple people who you do get to see the work, but I would say 90% of these guys are just dudes in bedroom, made a lot of money, bedroom got bigger, made a lot of money, bedroom became a studio, made a lot of money, bedroom became a bigger studio. But it's all YouTube content. I'm hating on that because I don't have that. That would be really cool. But what I'm trying to say is I think I'm doing this thing right here because I feel like it's the right thing to do, despite in my heart, caring less about it. Fuck this, man. I mean, like I said, there's therapy to talking to a camera. There might be a little bit of education that comes along with figuring out, as I continue to do it, how to make it look better. Using this little one might help me build the confidence to bring that black magic out of the house. So yeah, all this bitching right now, I take it back if I get some level of success. But I still think that it does have a negative effect as well. I had 6 weeks off, 7 weeks off this year. And what did I do? I sat on the couch and I watched YouTube videos. And that damn YouTube algorithm fed me and fed me and fed me and fed me. And I mean, I take responsibility, but kind of brainwashed me into feeling like I needed to be a filmmaker. Once you watch one what is the best rig video, that's all you see for weeks. So what did I do? I dropped almost 30K on equipment that I have not used professionally yet, because this ain't professional. And this is the last thing I got, because I wanted to better understand how a gimbal works. Well, I have an RS3 Pro, but that shit is big. Where am I bringing that? What am I doing with that by myself in a city where if I put a camera down and walk 5 feet away from it, it's gone? in a studio, which to me is even less interesting than this, a static background without anything to say yet. I like taking photos. I like trying to capture, it sounds so stupid, capture the essence, but that's what you're trying to do. You know, you spend a little bit of time with somebody or you've seen photos of them beforehand, and between that and imagination, you find the parts of them that you like best, or the parts of them that instill some emotion that you want to put out into the world, and then you work together to create and capture that. I don't see that in filmmaking. Not better or worse. Different. More difficult in that you got to do so much more for so much less. But I've never been a man of plan, a man with a plan. I'm a man with an education and spontaneity. Which is exactly why when I woke up to walk at 4 o'clock this morning, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna bring that camera. Spontaneously, no plan. But these spontaneous moments are going to suck. And out of that, hopefully I will learn that more thought is required. I don't fucking know, man. All I know is that the first half of this month is slow. And while that scares the shit out of me, it also feels very comforting because I got time to think. But thinking can be dangerous. This walk has been a roller coaster. But yesterday was a roller coaster. I mean, goddamn, I was up and down and up and down. Scared out of my mind as to what's next, and then confident, back and forth. But when I'm working, I'm hyper-focused. I've gotten my stuff down to a point where I can get a shoot done and get the edits within a couple of days. I wish I was busier than that, but like, I can do 2, maybe 3 proper client shoots in a week and have all the photos edited that same week by myself. I'm on it. I don't know why I had to fucking say that. Yeah, I picked a tough career, man. The business part of this is killing me. I was thinking about that yesterday as my last topic. How do you know what your best work is? Because odds are, the images that you connect with the most or like the most are not the ones everybody else does. I have 20 terabytes of images over the past 10 years. And if you went to my website, between the 4 or 5 different categories, maybe you'd find 100 images. If you include the blog, significantly more. But those 100 are images that, and I have not revamped that stuff in years, despite knowing that there's great work to add. I kind of feel like I found a good combo. People look at that website and they're like, oh shit, this guy is legit. That was, I don't know whose voice that was. That's tough. I'm at a point right now where a lot of the advice I'm getting is take meetings, meet with agents, just walk in the door, but you need a book. You need something physical to show these people. So what does that require? Selecting my best work. And I don't know what the fuck that is. Really. Because like I have images of clients, for example, that I think this is the best image of the entire set. And I'm going to edit this one to my creative specifications because I fucking love it. Client says, I wouldn't have even picked that one. And I hate your edit. That doesn't happen very often, but that's happened. I mean, you go back, you get it right, but I have some of those images on my website. Images that clients did not like. But I felt were representative of my style, what I was shooting for, and I think are beautiful. I don't know if that's helped or hindered me. This is tough, man. This is really tough. Like, I'm at a point now where, you know, it's funny. Shit, I'm not gonna go there. I got a lot to learn. A lot to learn. I'm just about back home, so I'm going to start to wrap this thing up. Thank you for listening to 45 minutes of absolutely nothing. If you are a creator, I hope at the very least this makes you feel less alone. Our life is hard. Figuring out how to take these things that we love and our babies and get them out in the world and get them appreciated and appreciated to the point where people want to pay us enough money to live comfortably. And everybody has a different baseline of comfort. What do I need? 1,000 square feet that I can live and work in. Electricity, internet, and a fridge with enough food to sustain me. I don't need a lot. And yet, it's like trying to find that space of where you fit is tough. I don't mind taking a $250 job if it's the right $250 job. But those jobs usually want you to work 10 times as much as the $2,500 job, or 20 times as much as the $25,000 job. I've had them all. Alrighty, I'm done for this one. I don't even know if I'm gonna post this. I have to watch it. I've rambled and said nothing, complained. Maybe I just needed to get it out so I can get in, take a shower, and kick today's ass. Maybe that's what it is. But once again, oh yeah, I was getting at this. If you're a creator, photographer, filmmaker, fucking TikToker, just leave a comment. Like, I'm here. I'm doing all this by myself. I would love a community of people that have seen these videos, seen my work, and find whatever it is I'm trying to create a safe space to figure out how we can all take it to the next level. Yeah, I like that. All right. I love y'all. I do. I just smacked the mic. Rookie mistake. I love y'all. Peace.